Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Let me know if I'm just going to turn the audio a little bit down just for the start of this. But if anybody's here, do let me know if you can hear the music and hear what I'm saying. Hello. I have the door open today because it's very hot. Normally I'd have like my nice little lights on in the background and stuff, but not right now. It's quite warm. Let me whack on my headphones to make sure nothing's bleeding through or anything. But yeah. Hi. Hey, Gareth, how are you? I think you said you were from the Northeast. Was it you who said you were from the Northeast? Was that you? Am I getting confused? I can't remember. Memory like a sieve. How are you doing today anyway? And yeah, so I'm back. I'm back, baby. But I'm back, but without the stress of being back, is what I want to say. Like, I'm just not going to put as much pressure on me to do stuff. So, like, if I miss news or whatever, it's all good. You're Southwards. Okay, I don't know. I was getting confused. There was somebody I was speaking to. I'm not 100% sure what Southwards is. Where is Southwards? What is it? What is it? Where is it? I'm Googling. So you can't. So you think my geography is better than it is? I literally don't know where it is. What is Southwards? What? I don't know where. I don't know what that is. That's how bad I am at geography. It doesn't really ring a bell with me. Southwards. Obviously, a bit of me sort of feels like it's going to be Cornwall or something, right? But I literally don't know. Southwards is one word, but I still don't know where that is. Oh, near Barrow-in-Furness, is it? It seems really small, as in Southwards. There's a Southwards farm shop on Google. Hey, Timber, still long time no see. How are you? I'm just learning geography with Jay at the minute. West Sussex. Okay. They're all like Reading and all that kind of place and way down south. Okay, I must have been confused. But how are you doing? So we of course will be looking at the Legion news today. Chichester. Oh, I'm not a million miles away from the real Chester, not the Chichester. 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 I can't say that anyway, even in a good day. I'm not having a good start to this stream. I'm being very bad. And now I've got like God Manchester in my head, which I don't even know where that is. Anyway, yes. How are you? I hope you're all doing very well. Hi, Timber Stove. Hope you're doing very well. So, like, I'll be saying this again. It's a Roman city, yes. Like, Bath is another Roman city. I don't actually know how many there are in the UK. But I'll talk about more why I'm sort of back. But the long story short of it is, I realised making a lot of terrain that I don't actually like terrain building, nor do I actually like painting miniatures. I'll tell you what, I've been painting some miniatures lately. They're not very well painted, and I've only done the base colour, and they look a bit white, if I'm honest, but I quite like the sort of bony look. They're way too bright, but I've been painting, it's contrast painting in it, but I've been painting some Shore Troopers. I'm going to get these on the table finally. But yeah, I sort of realised, well, not bad, thanks. Finished with uni for the year, introduced Legion to my Wargame Society. We did a campaign style. Oh, nice. But yeah, I sort of realised that basically I don't like painting miniatures. I don't like building terrain. What I actually like is playing the game. And I should have known that, right? You know what I mean? Because when I look at my Terrain Made Easy channel, it's literally how can you spend less time making terrain or less money making terrain? That doesn't sound like somebody who really likes making terrain. So I skipped that, and now I'm back playing a game. So I played a game with Legion with Tim. Next tournament that I find that's in sort of reasonable vicinity, I'll go and play in the tournament. And yeah, just like you guys, cool. Like, I think we're in the minority. Like, if I was doing a Venn diagram, I think there's a massive group of people who just like hobby stuff. and there's a group of people who just like the wargaming, but that's a bit smaller, and then this big circle here and this small circle slightly intertwine of the people who like both, but really like, you know, I think there's some of us who like wargaming, there's some of us who just like the hobby, and there's some people who like both. But I realised I'm very much in just the wargaming category, which is why I made a second channel. So this channel is basically about Star Wars Legion, and I'm just going to keep it like that. Maybe if they introduce a new Star Wars game, which we know they're going to do, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Marvel Crisis Protocol style Star Wars game, which I am very excited about, because I cannot be asked playing games for 3 hours. I want to play a game that takes like an hour and a half at most, right? I don't want to be playing for 3 hours. I want to be finishing games. I want to go to a tournament and be able to play 4, 5, 6 games in one day and be fine. Like, I want that sort of X-Wing speed, but in skirmish style, if that makes sense. Some days I want to paint, other days I just want to play. For me, I almost never want to paint. However, I think if I'm painting with less pressure, so a lot of the times when I was doing Star Wars Legion, I was building and painting to go to a tournament, because that's a classic thing, you know, people who play tournaments and they have maybe painting requirements, or you just don't want to look like, you just don't want to turn up in pure grey plastic. I was rushing to get stuff done, so I was never really enjoying it. But if I take my foot off the gas and I sort of try to enjoy the process myself, I don't rush it, I don't have a deadline, maybe I can enjoy it, but we'll see. I have painted stuff, but don't like painting, so I begrudgingly paint. I like having painted stuff. Yeah, so I'm sort of in the same boat. I like having the painted stuff. Because, I don't know, grey plastic, it doesn't give you that sort of epic battlefield feeling. I like the fact that Legion lets you play with grey plastic, by the way. So if you're ever in like a pinch, you can just buy it, assemble it and play. I actually like that. I think that's a great thing, because it takes a lot of the pressure off. However, you generally want to be playing with painted stuff, but I don't like the stress of having to get it painted. I know that sounds contradictory, and it is, but that is the way I genuinely feel. So yeah, like, maybe I'll get to a point where I enjoy painting. I'm not there yet. I don't think I ever will be. But really, the terrain channel, I joked to my wife today and said the terrain channel was like my biggest mistake in life. Now, I don't regret trying it, because you can see a lot of people enjoyed it. It was reasonably successful, right? But I've got an absolute shed ton of terrain stuff. I spent so much time on it, like, it's insane. Like, it's hard to put into not only do you have to do the thing, you have to set up the camera angles and stuff like that. Absolute massive ball ache. So yeah, I jokingly called it my biggest regret. But we'll get onto the Star Wars Legion news, shall we? And we'll talk more about that later if anybody's interested. But let's see if this will work. So there's a couple of things that I want to do today. One of them's going to be really boring, but hopefully you'll bear with me. Yeah, earlier this year, I painted up an army for a Warhammer World Tournament. More grindy 40 hours ever was harsh. The only thing keeping me awake was loud music on headphones. Like, yeah, that's a whole lot of not enjoyableness for something you want to enjoy. And it really pains me to some extent. I can understand how frustrating things were with your terrain channel, but I will say you totally inspired. Well, thank you, Chano. Like, that was the thing. The only thing that I liked about the terrain channel was helping people, getting people started, making it seem more approachable, that kind of thing. I never really enjoyed the process of making the terrain, and that's the main thing, and I didn't enjoy filming them and editing them and stuff like that. So I enjoyed helping people, because that's a great feeling. I'm sure you can all appreciate that. Like, people being like, "Oh, thanks, you helped me so much." Like, it's nice. It's pleasant on a double level, isn't it? Because you want to help people, and then people saying you help them is like, oh, you get a nice little warm feeling. Do you know what I mean? So I really appreciate that, Janie. But yeah, like, as you said, you can understand how frustrating it was, because my whole thing was I want it to be done either quickly, cheaply, or easily. Ideally, all three of them. So I appreciate why people liked it. But the amount of effort I had to put in, unbelievably high. And it sort of burnt me the hell out, basically. I completely burnt myself out because I wasn't enjoying the process. And Yeah, don't get me wrong, if I would have got that channel to like 200,000 subscribers or something, I would definitely still be doing it. But I just never got that popular, so there wasn't really any risk of that. So let's have a look at the news. So there's been, I'm going to keep an eye on the Atomic Mass Games Twitter, because I'm a little bit apprehensive that they're going to drop something whilst I'm streaming. So we'll see. We'll see if they do. If any of you spot any news, do let me know, because it might happen. But we will talk about the Star Wars Legion news, and we might start with this. I'll keep it Weasley to the side though. So, I have a question for you guys that you might know the answer to, that I literally didn't know the answer to. Have we seen the new cards for any of these units? I think we have, haven't we? Right? Maybe I should actually have a look at the previous transmissions. By the way, it really bugs me the way that the transmissions are on this. Like, it's not transmissions. You have to go to Star Wars Legion documents, then you have to go to Star Wars Legion transmissions. Like, just give me a break, guys. A lot of the new cards have been spoiled. Like, where were they spoiled? Like, okay, we've got Guy Saxon there. That's fine. Okay, these guys have been spoiled. Okay, like I thought they had, but I hadn't really been following them. So the Black Sun Vigo is here. Okay, I need to just check. Honestly, I need to check these out. So my understanding. Can somebody explain what the Allies of Convenience is going to be? So, like, obviously I understand here. I don't get how this works, right? So, I thought if they had the unit card, let's say we're a rebel player, right? Can I just put this guy in? Can I just put him in as a normal guy? How does it work? Because he literally just looks like he can be rebel. But let's say I'm a rebel with this guy. Can I put a rebel guy in here, but he goes under the Allies of Convenience? Like, I'm struggling with that part to get up to speed, honestly. I just don't know what's going on necessarily, because they're not all necessarily mercenaries. So I don't. Or is Alan? Or is the Shadow Collective is its own force, right? They can only issue orders and receive orders from the same faction. Yeah, but okay, so this guy here, this Pike Syndicate Capo guy, right? He has literally, I think, I'm not 100% sure what some of these symbols are. I'm presuming one of the, like, are they all the, I don't actually understand that, but that one's the rebel symbol, right? So can he just go in the rebels without the Allies of Convenience? Is he just a rebel as well? Can you just play him as a rebel? Or is there something that I'm missing that suggests he's not a rebel? Am I just being a dope? Like, I literally don't get it, if that makes sense. Pikes can go in any factions plus the Shadow Collective. So, okay, this symbol here, I'm guessing, is the Shadow Collective one, right? Yes, you can put him into rebels, etc. Okay. And the Shadow Collective's their own force. But for example, this guy, I cannot put him into rebels. Okay, yes, the Pikes can go into any factions on the card. Okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot more sense. And then these guys are the Black Suns? Yeah. These are the syndicates. Okay. I think I vaguely understand that. Now Maul, he's a blank and a blank, so he is the Black Hand, right? Is this what they're called? Are they called the Black Hand? What are they called? Not the Black Hand. What are they called? They're in the bloody film, aren't they? What are they called? Is it the Black Hand? No, I'm confused. Either way, you'll know. Somebody will correct me in a minute. The two small faction symbols can use them. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so those two can use them, and the Black Sun and the Shadow Collective, basically. Okay. I think I'm getting it. I think I understand. But I've not been following it. That's the Shadow Collective. Oh, that's just the Shadow Collective symbol. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. This stuff, if I'm honest, it's sort of passed me by. I'm not necessarily a fan, and this is going to be a little bit controversial, of the idea of having so many mercenaries that can just go in any force, because it sort of means if they're any good, you're going to want to buy them. Everybody's going to want to buy them. But meh. Obviously, yeah, it's a bit awkward, but it's not the end of the world. You need allies of convenience to issue order to mercs, but not to include them in your army. Okay. As I understand it, allies of convenience allows you to add an extra mercenary units to another faction's list. Okay, okay. Purple are Black Sun and the red are the Pike Syndicates. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so that's not really what I wanted to look at, but I just didn't understand. It's not that I didn't understand. I didn't want to read these cards because I was like, oh, well, we've already seen a lot of them. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I didn't want to do it, so I didn't do it. And also, I don't really understand them. But what we do want to look at are the things that I do understand. And they are the classic EOS check Atomic Mass Games Twitter in case. You never know, they could drop it any minute. I just have a feeling, because they were going to do a 3-day stream, that you might get some big news today. That's what I sort of feel like, right? I think it could very easily happen. So Black Sun Vigo can issue orders to Black Sun units, but not Pike, and vice versa. But Black Sun, let's say that Pike guy, who can go in the Rebels, can he just be issued orders by Rebel commanders as normal? I don't know, can he? I would have assumed so, but I actually don't know so. So, yeah, do let me know that. Fascinating insight. So then we have, let's get these in some sort of order. Don't really need this in my life anymore. This is the thing we were just checking out, so we don't really need this. No, okay, they can't. Okay, fair enough. That weirdly makes sense. I don't really like the fact that it shows their symbol and then they can't do it, but never mind, that's okay. So here we have, no, only with the allies of convenience. Okay, okay, okay. So let's get this up on the street. Sorry about this pre-order thing. I could save the thing and then view it, but it's not really worth it. Now, we saw this. Now, am I right in thinking, you Star Wars guys, IG-88 is the one from, like, he's the bounty hunter in the original films, right? But IG-11, I think, is he the one from The Mandalorian? Am I right there? Okay, thank you, Gareth. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, MP there. That really does help clear that up. When I figure it out, I might make a video for numpties like me. Yes, I'm right. Okay, I thought so, but I didn't want to make a claim in the video because I was like, man, I'm really not so sure. But the IG-11, I won't spoil it, but he's in The Mandalorian. Obviously, I guess most of you have seen The Mandalorian. I've not watched any of the new Boba stuff, so don't spoil it for me. But obviously there's an exploding scene, which makes sense if that's what he's doing in this one. And IG-88 is just going to be an assassin. It's really interesting that they've gone with 2 models for this. Like, I know they look different, but I don't know. I sort of feel like you could have got away with, like, 1 model. Because they look, I mean, these guys, they look very similar on the box. Like, I sort of feel like you could have got away with 1 model, like 1 box and just had 2 cards. But I mean, I feel like that's a very Games Workshop thing to do. But yo, Ellis in the house. How are you, Ellis? I've just been being taught the new Shadow Collective stuff because I really didn't know it. You think I think they're both. You think IG is going to be? I think they might just be both. Like, if you think about a bounty hunter, they're not bounty hunters. You'd guess are really like to the highest bidder kind of thing. Whoever's paying them, so they could just be both. I mean, we'll see. So wait, they do say no matter what, all IGC. Well, look, we can sort of prove that wrong. Why is this so big? Don't know why it's so big, but look, no matter what, all IG series droids have one thing in common. They are mercenaries who will side with Imperial or Rebels without any moral qualms about their assignments. So, Shadow Collective looked fun. Black Suns and the AA5s. Ellis trying to break the game straight off his... First thing Ellis thinks about, how can I break this game? Which I am not going to participate in anymore. I'm literally just going to play for the fun of it. But I do appreciate that. But yeah, so it looks like they're both going to go in either. So we can confirm that. I like how here it does say 2 to 3 hours for the game. Correct. Which is why after the old world, I'm not going to play another big scale game. I just cannot be asked. Bob was Imperial only because he didn't want to lock himself out of the lucrative... yeah, exactly. That makes sense. Whereas the IG droids are just like, mate, if you pay me, I'll do it. So that makes sense. There's a obvious question here is, by the way, and they were saying this on the videos that I posted. Where be the upgrade cards, yo? Like 2 plastic miniatures, 2 unit cards, 5 command cards, which is also weird why it's 5 and not 6. But okay, maybe one of them, or one of them's going to be in either. Okay, one of them will be like IG-11 and IG-88, right? And then they'll have 2 specific unique command cards to themselves. 2, not upgrade cards. Was it the swoop? Is it the swoop bikes? Is it one of them said no upgrade card? It's the swoop bikes, right? Yeah, sorry, I'm getting confused. The swoop bikes are the ones that don't have the upgrade cards. Sorry, I confused the hell out of myself there. Amateur hour this, innit? But yeah, okay. So that one's going to be interesting. Let's have a look at the swoop bikes. Speaking of the swoop bikes, which does anybody know why the different models are now? Like, why do they look different? Apart from the fact that they don't have any upgrade models. Why? Why do they look different? And also, so this says, add 1 swoop bike rider unit to your mercenary, rebel, or republic. So what mercenary faction will these be? Could they be that Black Hand one, which is just the Shadow Collective? Is that the general mercenary sign? Just bought myself an airbrush after 15 years in the hobby. So I have an airbrush. I have a tank and a compressor, right? And I've got like some really budget airbrushes. I found them an absolute massive pain. I found it a massive pain in the ass. But to be fair, I was trying to use normal paints and then thinning them down. And I think what I should have done is just bought some airbrush paint and called it a day. Which, to be fair, I could still do because I have the airbrush, and I could probably just buy like a knockoff cheap airbrush if I need a replacement. I meant the compressor and the can, you know what I mean. But what are you doing with it, Ellis? I'm presuming you're not doing detail work. Are you just doing priming and shading and stuff like that? Swoop gangs tend to be non-uniform, different swoops dressed in whatever they have. Well, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, they should work with the criminal elements. I know you didn't say it like I did. I just said it in a very weird way. I just speak weirdly, to be fair. I like the look of this one here. I really like the look of this one. Is a bit more like rough and ready kind of thing. Now, as I said in the video, for those of you who didn't know, I even like the fact that they've got the weapons in the back. They obviously look more like melee focused. They're going to be more melee focused with pistols. So they're probably going to have the very similar pistols to the speeder bikes. But instead of having the gun shoot, I'm guessing they're going to be good in melee. Which is crazy a concept, but I like it. Really fast melee. They're not going to get engaged, so you're going to be able to like move in or out of combat kind of thing. So that's a really fascinating thing. I'm a little bit intrigued what this thing is here. Like I don't actually know. Is that a rocket? Is it going to be a rocket? Maybe. I also sort of like the fact that the stand looks like it's at the back rather than in the middle. I don't know why. I like that. It's a little bit weird, but I like it. Don't like it. So, but yeah, obviously 2 minis, 1 unit card, tokens is normal. Oh, everything's normal there. Either melee unit that can, yeah, melee unit. I think they're a melee unit. I'd be surprised. Nitro type boost, but then, yeah, maybe. It all looks like a rocket to me, but maybe I'm wrong. Somebody else mentioned the overrun rule, which I'm not 100% sure what it does. I can't remember. It's from the AAT, isn't it? The big speed bus thing. And I can't remember what overrun does. So one of you will explain it to me, because I forgot. To be fair, that's about the time I took a break from everything, so in my defense, I haven't played against it. What? No? What are you saying no to? It's for... Oh, well, I really don't know what it is. That's even more confusing. What does that... Oh, well, I'm confused. What was I... There was something that the bus had. There was a pilot or something that let you, like, run into people. I'm gonna have to, let's check it. Let's check it out. I'm not sure. The Wookiee vehicle, thank you. This is, I don't know why I was like, is this the actual Grogu? But it's obviously not, because we don't have the Grogu. You can run over units and damage them with overrun attacks. Can attack moving through units. Oh. Oh, I'm in the wrong bloody faction. No wonder. It's the thingy in it. It's been a while. It's been a while. Here we go. Here we go. Let's have a look. What? Is it one of the pilots or something? Yeah. I figured that. I remembered that much. And then what? Do you get it on one of these guys? During your activation, you can perform up to 2 overrun attacks. I was sort of expecting the rule to be explained to me, but that makes sense. Yeah, so... Yeah, I remembered. I keep forgetting there's a delay. Did they not add it to... I guess... Did they not add it to this? Does one of these guys not have it? No, not Wedge, obviously. Okay, this is what I was thinking of, but this is not what I was... Not right, if that makes sense. This is who I was thinking of, this reckless driver. Not that it matters too much. Okay. Brain fart there, but... Let's check Atomic Mask. I'm adamant that we might get some news today. Because this is when they would do the full of surprises stream. Anyway, yeah, overrun. So overrun allows you to move through them and attack. Yeah, perfect. Just like that, or just like, you know, they're just going to hit a ton in melee, but they're just not going to be able to stay there. Would be interesting. I mean, we'll see. And then obviously we have these, which I'm going to just move the screen. I don't wide the screen. It was fine before, but now I've ballsed it up. Let's get these up, because I hadn't seen these, because these weren't on the website when I was doing my video. But now they are. Now, one thing I'm going to probably do, and I already have a little spreadsheet set up for this, is we're going to price these out, which is going to be super boring, but also potentially interesting. I'm going to price them out. Separatis? I don't know. And then what's the better short name for these? Galactic. I'll just call them Galactic. Rebel and Droid are bargains. Yeah, so that's one thing we're gonna let's have a look see, if you will. I'll probably add an extra column in, and we'll do. So let's start with the worst one first. I'm convinced this one's the worst one, right? Partly because Shore Troopers are not good at the minute, really. I don't think they are. Maybe you think they are, but I don't think they are. Somebody said that it does look like, obviously, this first one here, if you can see, I'm going to massively blow this up, but I realise we're not going to be able to see anything. Yeah, we can't see anything, but it definitely looks like something's going to boost the Snow Troopers there. And also, there's something included which I don't think we'd necessarily seen before. Why can't I shrink this down now? Sorry, I'm literally struggling to shrink this down now that I made it massive. Not a problem I normally have, but it doesn't normally get that big. Come on, a little bit more. So there's something called, and I don't know if we can see it here. There's something called like a heavy stormtrooper upgrade, something like that. I don't know why they did not put an E-Web. Yeah, the E-Web instead of the speeder bikes would have been a good shout. Yeah. Speeder bike, that is a very fair point. Absolute dog poo idea from them here. Because the key thing they should have done, and I don't know why they've not done it, and they sort of have and they haven't, is they should have included stuff that's not in the starter set, right? And the E-Web's actually, like, is there an E-Web right here on this picture, right? you're right, it makes completely no sense. I don't remember, I mean, maybe there are speeder bikes on that Battle of Bloody Hoth or whatever it is, but I mean, yeah, oh, yeah. Ooh, Vias would have maybe not been the right number of points, maybe, but they could have maybe fleshed it out elsewhere. I guess with Darth Vader is you literally get, I'm trumping here, you literally get the, like, very high point to model ratio. When you, like, think about the amount of models in this one, it's actually not that many, is it? There's 27. Let's have a comparison to the others. 37 in this one. 37. 52 plastic miniatures. Because of the droids in it. Like, the value of this one's dog poo, partly because of the ATST, right? I get that. But wait, because there's the bloody AAT in here. So can we really use that as an excuse? I don't know. So this one's bad. So they do say there's good. How many miniatures are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 4. So we're on 25. 26, 27. I thought there was a heavy stormtrooper unit, but it's not. That wouldn't be included in the 27. So let's price this up. Let's write these down. Now, obviously, one thing we're not going to have here, Vader isn't really priceable, is he? Because he's in the starter set. Then we've got Snows. Was there, how many Snows were there? 3. The speeder bikes we can price up because you can buy them separately. I mean, technically you could call it the operative speeder, but I'll price it up later. Let's just write it down. I won't price it up. The only thing worth using is the ATST. Now, unless they buff everything else, sure, I think I sort of agree with you. Or there are a new Stormtrooper unit card. A new Stormtrooper unit. So it's just a card. So that's actually interesting. But then how else are you going to be able to get that? G, the answer is we don't think so. Because Leia is the exact same sculpt. So we don't think so. It does say plastic miniatures. But I think they all say plastic miniatures, don't they? So let's go. Let me get off this. And let's just find some Star Wars Legion stuff. Star Wars Legion. Allows for 2 heavy weapon teams. 2 heavy. So what does that mean? You can take the DLT and the the special. I see the one from the upgrade one. I can't remember the name of it. Let's click Han Solo here. Han Solo. Is it gonna say plastic? It doesn't really say anything because I can't see the back of it. Ewas would have thrown off the points as well as opposed to the speeder bike. Yeah, they're a bit cheaper. Like I understand it. I just don't like it. Will this show me the back of the box? Okay, I can't see the back of the box. Anyway, we don't think there's any new sculpts. We don't think so. That doesn't mean we're right. We just don't think so. But yeah, I think this one's the worst one. ATST. Okay. I've not spelled separatists right there. How do you spell separatists? Separatists. As a new player, I'm totally fine with getting 3 Snows. I'm probably not playing in tournaments or anything. Yeah, Cam 26. My only point to that is, right, and I'm not saying you're right or you're wrong. Obviously, you're happy. Is that if you would have got some of the other ones are just better in that you would have got the starter set and this set, you would have had a really nice force. Hoth Leia would have been cool for sure. But it's also because you get Vader and the speeder bikes in the core set, it sort of devalues this a little bit. Not like loads, but you'd love to see them buff them Snows Digimortal. So would I. I honestly, apart from the fact that I just felt like I was having a minor heart attack because my chest randomly hurt. I used to run the Snowtroopers almost all the time because I think I was a bit sick of the DLTs. So this was before Shore Troopers, which I've been painting up as I showed at the start of the stream. I used to run the Snowtroopers all the time because I was just like, man, I don't want to play a DLT and I don't just want to stay at range 4 shooting people. And it was probably the bad choice. But your core options for Imperials have just been historically bad up until the Shore Troopers, where now they're probably like, okay, they're like not amazing or anything. They've still got like pretty like bad saves and stuff, so it is what it is. So that's what you get in that one, and I'm just going to highlight what's in the starter set here. Let's highlight one set what's in the starter set. So I'll call it, this is going to be bad. Red equals bad. All right. Yaloon. Did I say Yaloon? But yeah, the snowtroopers were like, they were sort of vaguely useful because I played a very like aggressive list of just the flamethrower and running into people. Like, it wasn't that bad. I had fun. I actually won a few games. I'm still debating on buying the full force or the core. I plan on painting them, so it would be a lot if I bought both. Yeah, that's also, depending if you're a newbie to wargaming or not, Camp, and I don't know if you are, buying a full 800 points can be very overwhelming. Like, I appreciate that, so you might want to not think twice, but, you know, just consider what your plan is. So let's now have a look at this one, which just feels like a whole lot better value straight off the bat, right? Because number one, nothing in this set is in the core set. Number one, you're new to wargaming, so just keep in mind, you either need, here, look, I don't know if I can find it, but you need the essentials box or the core set, right? We don't need the essentials box, it's just easy if you do. Well, actually, I think you might need it. Star Wars Legion Essentials. You're going to need this anyway. Vias should have been, yeah, I agree with you. I think Vias should have been in this one. It should be Vias, E-Webs, and I would have been okay with the snows. I think it's because the rest of it's just a bit weird, if that makes sense. Now, is this essential? The website's not working, so I'll come back to that. Basically, you're going to need all the dice, the range tools, and stuff like that. So, the Rebel Pack looks great. The Rebel Pack looks great. Leia and Chewbacca, good. Like, you could buy this and the core set, and your Rebel army is fantastic. Like, it's good. You've got two ATRTs. One ATRT, sorry. You've got 2 units of Tauntauns, so that fills that slot out. You'd have 2 units of Rebel Troopers, 2 units of Rebel Veterans, Leia, Chewie, C-3PO, R2-D2, and a laser cannon. And you don't get an airspeeder in the core set, do you? No, you don't get an airspeeder in the core set. You get 8 core. Yeah, but I mean, it'd be neat. Yeah, because of the turrets as well. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, even better. That's crazy, isn't it, really? Yeah. Yeah, I'm presuming you're going to be allowed up to 8 core for the Rebels. That's the likely shot. Yeah, I was planning on getting the Essential Kit and a Battle Force. Probably Rebels and Imperials. Well, yeah, see, if you're going to get the Rebel one, Camp, I would consider getting the original starter set. Star Wars Legion starter? That's really not the starter set that I meant. Core? What's it called? AT-AT would be nice. Oh man, that'd be crazy. But let's have a look at this one. Yeah, so you get an AT-RT. For the Rebels, you get an AT-RT. 2 Rebel Trooper units. Luke, obviously, Luke's great. Because, Camp, you're going to want Luke. Luke is just a classic, right? Vader, I'm not really asked about because you're going to get him in that set. But you're going to want Luke on his own anyway. He's just nice to have. For Rebels especially. He may not be like the best of the best anymore or anything like that, but he's always going to be vaguely in there. So I would consider getting this instead of the essential set, because the essential set is $30, right? But you could just get the core set for an extra $90, but you also get Luke, you get Rebel stuff. You could pick up Luke from eBay, that's true. But you'd also get an AT-RT, you get some actual Rebel Troopers who I still think are good. They're not amazing. I think the Rebel Veterans probably are better as well, right? You guys might know more than I do when it comes to competitive. But yeah, let's write this set down. Now, when we write this set down, it's going to be like Leia, Chewie, Rebel Vets. Let's just duplicate. What else is there? Tauntauns. Not sure I spelled that right, but it is what it is. How do you spell Tauntauns? It's T-A-U-N Taun T Taunton, something like that. Oh, that does not look right. Oh, there's no extra T. What am I doing with my life? Whatever, near enough. Yeah, Rebel veterans are pretty nice. Yeah, pretty excited to paint Luke. The Rebel veterans are much better, sure. I thought so. Izimo says, I hope we will get Bo-Katana and Ahsoka mini in the future. I think that'll happen. Especially with the Mandalorian. I've not seen the Book of Bubba or anything like that, but I believe they're both in the Mandalorian, I think. They are great. Normally 1 to 2 per list is optimal from what I see. Might be cost related. Yeah, I think Rebels sort of, when I played them, they felt sort of like Commander heavy, but I could be wrong. Are core sets better value than the Battle Force sets? No, not necessarily. That's a very tough question to answer, right? Because obviously you get all of the cards and stuff, right? But it's really the only place to get Luke and, well, it was the only place to get Luke and Vader. It's not anymore, obviously. But they are good value. Basically, both of these sets are good value. If you were to buy the minis separately, if you wanted everything that's inside both sets, then it's way better to get the core set and the Battle Force. To argue about which one's the best value is a little bit weird. But I may make a video or whatever, but I'm going to price them up. I'm not going to price up the core set because the core set was always good value. They have hinted at Ahsoka before. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a weird question in a sense. You saw the core set for €70. Yeah, like you might be able to get it cheap. Just if you keep your eyes out, you might be able to get it cheap. Why are we British? Why we should bring back British Rail? True, I'm all in favour of privatisation. And you get a laser cannon. Man, I skipped this out. You get an FD laser, and you get C. Well, it's actually R2 R2D2 and C3PO. C3PO. It bugs me that I've done a non-capital D. So that's just an absolutely fantastic box. Like, this is the value of this one is crazy to me. It's really good. Whereas the Imperial one is a little bit more questionable. The Battle Force is literally like 800 points are at the back, as Cheney says. And that's good in itself. Like, that's such a great, great proposition, if you will. It's such a, decent idea that they've done that. So, I'm very happy to see them. You saw a pricing guide on Reddit for Battle Forces. Maybe it's done, but I was planning on getting heavy stormtroopers and pathfinders. I don't know. You saw this is on. Is what I want to do already on Reddit. Am I wasting my time? I was going to price them up. Has somebody already done it? Star Wars Legion. Yeah, but you need the Essentials kit as well. So you might as well knock off the cost of the Essentials kit from the core set as well. So. I did not mean to do that. More synergy, better theme. Yeah, it's just better. It's just better. I think we can all agree at this point that it's just better. But that doesn't mean the Imperial one's bad. I'm just trying to find out where this pricing thing is because I was pricing it up myself. If you have a link, you might be able to tell me in Discord. But when I check this out and I compare it to my painting is absolute dog poo. This makes me embarrassed to exist as a human. My painting in comparison to this is so bad. Oh my god, it's I'm embarrassed for myself. Why is the fight? Oh yeah, we'll get to the other two in a minute. You say what the Battle Force is like 100%. Yeah, I wanted the cost myself. But if somebody's already done it, then I might as well steal what they've done. Because this is literally what I was going to do. But, I can't find... Oh, here we go. Contents of Battle Force... Somebody's done it for me. This is what I was in the process of doing. Except they've not done it per, Oh, this guy's trying to buy them all. What a loon. My man out here being like, yeah, I'm going to buy all 4 of them. Total $1,000. Okay, well, he's actually saying, if you bought them all, I actually don't understand that, because it's... Okay, my list is going to be better than this, because it's going to be per box. So, if you bought the Battle Force... Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm going to make my own list. All will be revealed. True. Oh, look. Pre-work done. End of stream. Sad I missed it. We're not at the end of the stream. The stream is just beginning. We're not at the end. This is the stream now, Steve. I don't know what you were expecting to find, but it's nice to see you. But trust me, we're not at the end. You need the starter set plus each of the Battle Force. You can get plenty of options. Yeah, so that's what we're saying. That's what we're trying to tell Cam, that it's probably worth getting the starter set anyway. The only question mark is the Imperial one is I guess the only thing you're really losing with the Imperial one is the fact you get double Vader and a speeder bike. And the fact that the snowtroopers need to be better. But I just wish... To be fair, you're probably going to want an ATST at some point anyway. So I actually, like... If you're not going to be a competitive player, which you said you weren't, Cam, then I would get it, right? And just not look back. But if you were trying to build a competitive list, this would be questionable. And I know you're off, so have a pleasant time working. That sounded weird. This stream is just beginning. You sound like me after a few pints. We're just getting started. I don't know. You guys probably already know, because I don't think I've been drinking since I started the channel. I don't drink alcohol, so yeah. Alt sculpts would have been nice for sure. So that's everything. The Rebel one, baller value, absolutely insane value, and I mean, it's just good. It's just good. There ain't no two ways about it. It's just good. Maybe both. No. So one thing they said, Venkel, and I'm not sure where I saw this, but I saw somebody say you don't get Vader's command cards. But actually, when you count the command cards, you would get Vader's command cards. Wait, so I think I saw Crabbox say you wouldn't get Vader's command cards, but I actually think you are, and I'll explain why in a minute. We'll talk about Fire Fist in a minute. It depends a lot how good the Battle Force command cards play. Yeah, so you get 3 command cards. You get 3 command cards for the new set, right? You'd get 3 for Vader. That'd take you up to 6. Then you'd presumably get the extra. You do not. Surely you'd get the operative version of Vader's command cards. Otherwise, why is the 10? You would get operative Vader's, right? You'd get 10. I actually think it makes sense you get operative Vader. You get the default. Wait. Why is that not in the Essentials pack? Why is that not in the Essentials pack? Huh? Why would you not put that in the Essentials pack? Maybe it's all the 6 Vader, but that's... I don't think... Okay. 12 battle cards. Okay, that's not what we need. Dice tokens and other tools. All the necessary cards, dice. You get the base 4 plus 3 plus 4. Does it say that? I don't disbelieve you. I'm just curious. I don't get why they give you the base cards. Okay. From the Imperial. Okay, wait, okay. A complete... Yeah, right. Okay, it says it here. In addition to these units, players will also find a complete set of basic command cards. Pretty sure they do not give you the operative Vader command card. They don't. But I'm just frustrated that it's not in the Essential set. Why don't they give you the cards in the Essential set? They're literally essential. Look at the Rebel command cards. See if it's the same number. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, the Rebel one... Well... Yeah, Annie's is 11, but I think he's got an extra one, Annie. So it's pretty similar. Only reason to take the Imperial one if it's cheap enough to justify double Vader and triple bikes from the start. Also, if you can't run non-Battle Force units in the set, then it's meh. I'm confused. I think the Essential does have the basic 4. Maybe it does. Shall we... The Essential kit gathers together. It says all the necessary cards, which is a little bit questionable in itself. My point is, what is the point? What is the point if it does? which we can't confirm at the minute because I can't see the other side. But never mind, we'll move on, otherwise I'll be talking about it all day. I have triple bikes, I think. They're not painted because I stripped them because I was unhappy with them. But okay, let's move on. Let me take a big gulp of my drink before I die of dehydration. That is true, Gareth. To me, and maybe you don't agree with me, it would have made sense in the Essentials pack to put the command cards, because then you could be like, that's everything you get in the core set, but without the minis. Like, it just makes sense. Yeah, but the point of the Essentials kit is that you don't have to buy the starter kit. The point of the Essentials kit is you don't have to buy this because it's supposed to come with everything. But it doesn't come with everything because it doesn't come with the cards. So you can't buy that without... How do you get... It blows my mind. How do you get standing orders? I don't get it. Unless it comes with... Okay, when's this out? I need to see the inside of this card. I need to see it. It's either redundant in here, one or the other, right? It's either redundant in here, or it's missing from here. One of them is stupid. I just don't know which way around it is. Putting it in both is fine. So the redundancy one is less bad, but it should be in the Essentials kit. I think Annie has 11 cards because they probably count the 4. Yeah, exactly. They're counting the 4 cards. The Essential kit is to work with the Battle Force sets. Yeah, but what they should have done is have the Essential kit work for anybody who wants to not play the starter set or the Battle Force set. Do you know what I mean? You shouldn't have to have... You should have been able to get everything in the Essential set. That's what I think. The 4 cards are... Yeah. So Annie's makes sense. Anyway, let's just skip ahead, because I would frustrate myself in stupid ways. So this one, again, is... When we look at the commander, we get Annie. Annie makes sense because it's not Kenobi. Right? Perfect. Great start. Also, Phase 2 Clone Troopers. Beautiful. I was trying to go to a tournament once, and I was like, man, I'm going to take these clones. And then I found out that everybody was using Phase 2 Clone Troopers. But I also found out that Phase 2 Clone Troopers were not available anywhere. So I couldn't play the list that I wanted to play. It was very frustrating. So these guys are probably going to have a minimum core of 2. Does the kit have dice and measuring tools? That is another question. No, I don't think it does. So it's... Well, I don't actually know. Did it say dice? Yeah, it comes with dice and other tools. Okay, it's going to be an interesting question. I think you should be able to play the game from the start, and I could be wrong. I think you should be able to play the game. I think you should be able to play the game from the Essentials kit. But okay. And then the 3 ARC Troopers, sorry for this pre-order thing in the way. Also good value, I think. Like, they're literally your 3 special forces, so that's great. Like, this, plus your core set, is another superb box, right? Because then you'd have 2 units of Phase 1s, 2 units of Phase 2s. I think you'd have 2 AT-RTs. I'm not 100% sure what's in the clone one. I can't remember. It's been a while. I can't remember. It's been a while. Legion Core. I have one upstairs in bits, but there you go. In separate. Yeah, so they already have those. The bark. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Let's get this up so I don't forget. But yeah, so in the core set you get General Kenobi, Bark, Phase 1s. Perfect. Beautiful. Just buy multiple starters like me, then you have plenty. Exactly. Buy multiple. That's the true way. that is the true way of getting stuff. So let's write this one down. So you get Annie, you get Phase 2, you get Arc, and you get AT-RT. Great. It's like the same number, like sort of similar number of units to the Imperial one, but this one's just much better. It's just good. Like, I unironically, I'm going to buy this, and I may already have Anakin, but I'm going to buy that. Like, probably not anytime soon. I'm going to finish my Imperials, right? I'm not going to rush into it. But at some point, I'm going to buy this. Like, I may even buy this one, even though I own this. See, to be fair, I might buy... What I need from here is just the Rebel Veterans. And I probably don't need 4 of them. So I actually might just buy 3 Rebel Veterans instead. Because oh, actually, no, I don't have the Tantons. I don't know. I'd have to check. But, you know, I've got so many stuff that it's hard to... I need an inventory. It's what I use Tabletop Admiral for, but I don't keep it up to date, so I'm a bad man. But this one is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful value, right? We're all agreed. Beautiful value, living life to the full, max. I don't know what I'm saying. Just max life. Lots of 5s and Echo, and lots of 5s and Echo. Yes. So yeah, just beautiful. Then we're not at a duff, but we're not as good as the others. This is like 3rd place, and it's not even that bad. It's just because it's B1 droids, which I completely get, and technically it actually still works because you can have 6 B1 droids and it actually makes sense. So it sort of still makes sense, but if you bought multiple core sets, it doesn't make sense. 3 phase 2s and 2 ARC would have been better. Hollywood, yeah, I think I agree with you. And by the way, hi Hollywood, it's nice to see you. Somebody who actually knows about Star Wars Legion is Mr. Hollywood Wargaming there. Let me try and find your channel. I'm not set up for anything, but please go ahead and give Mr. Hollywood a subscription, please do. If you want somebody who knows about Star Wars, then go and check him out. So do that. So let me read what you're saying, because I'm missing what you're saying. What am I doing? Oh, what am I doing in my life? But yeah, 3 phase 2s would have been sick. Like, I probably would have just bought it. Droids are the best value for sure. You can build the extra 5s and Echoes as regular ARC troopers. It's interesting. Looks great. Unfortunately, I bought 2. If you've bought 2 clone sets, this becomes less valuable. If you've bought 1, then it's still okay. General Grievous, again, like, I get it that it makes sense to have General Grievous. But if you would have thrown in a Dooku, we could have been talking, you know? We would have been talking. But I'll take it. It is what it is. I'm not gonna cry. It does have 52 miniatures in this one. 52 roses on my mind. 4 B1 battle droids. Perfect accompaniment if you do have 1 core set, because you'd have 6 B1 battle droids. So that makes sense. Should have been the commander droid. Oh, that would have been beautiful. Kalani? Wait, is he in it? Or is it just the commander? Is it just a generic one? Oh, my memory's gone. You can build Grievous a different way. You can build him with a different number of lightsabers, sure. But I like value for money and combinations. Let's talk about the next worst thing in here, is the 2 droidicas, which in theory, is that then 8 miniatures? Because are they going to give you the ball version as well? So that's a lot of droidicas, which, I mean, okay. You'd have your droidica set, but I'm not really a big fan. But, you know, I would love if they went 3 B1s and 3 specialists. I think he can be built with and without the cloak. Yeah, I think he can. I think you might be right. And then the Magna Guard, a whole different kettle of fish. I don't really know too much about these guys. I've never seen them played. I've never played with them. I don't really know the rules. So, I mean, there's only 1 unit of them, which is fine, I guess. But yeah, I don't really know too much about them. And then the AAT, which when I first started playing Star Wars Legion, this AAT is the one thing that I wanted, and I still don't own it actually, because I just think it's sick. There's something about it that it just screams like, I think it's that sort of like prequel trilogy Battle of Naboo kind of like boom battlefield, and you just see the AAT. Like, I don't know, it gets me going, it gets me hyped. So yeah, you don't want more than 1. Okay, that makes sense. That's why they've given you just 1. But yeah, it's almost a shame they couldn't have done like 2 B1s and 2 B2s, maybe. I don't necessarily know it would have been thematic or not. And maybe what could you have replaced the droidicas with? I actually don't know. But I think the droidicas are a bit underwhelming as well. 8 is awesome, but not great with the expensive Grievous. Well, that's sort of like, it's the same. It's very similar. If anything, I really don't like the fact that the bad guys, It feels like the bad guys get the worst, are just the worst factions, but they're also quite popular, aren't they? I think the Imperial faction is like probably one of the most popular. Until they do mass battle system, this many thanks and droids is too many, which hurts me to say. Droidicas for bikes, yeah. So let's write this down. We get Grievous. Actually, how do you spell Grievous? Is it that? I actually don't know. I before E. I did not. Grievous. Whatever. I'll correct my spelling later. And then you get B1s, and then you get B1s. You get literally 4 of them. Magna Guard. Droid. I don't know how you spell droid. I'm just going to spell it the way that that's not right. Droidicas. Not bothered about the spelling. It is what it is. And then an AAT. Both Imperial and Separatists are better bought alone if you haven't got the starters. Yes, I agree with what Gareth says. They're like, yeah, that's true. If you aren't bothered about the starters, or you don't plan on getting the starters, then the Imperial one and the Separatist one make a bit more like sense, right? And then I'm going to put in the prices later, but how much, like, you know, I'm not sure how much later is, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to price it up, and then we're going to price up how much the box is. That's the plan. Actually, not 100% sure how much people are these days. And I'm going to go off the website, because obviously you'll get discounts and stuff like that just naturally. So how much is Leia right now? That is not how you spell Leia. Leia. So Leia officially is not, let's call it 20. She's actually supposed to be 20. Don't worry, I'm not going to do this for everything. I'll do it off stream. But I just wanted to check. Droid. I think I'm vaguely right. Droid ECAS. I got there, I think. I said if the Battle Force command cards are solid. Have they said if the Battle Force command cards... so they have not quite answered that, Joe had. But... what's it called? LJ? Penner? I can't remember his name exactly. He's confirmed that they are basically print and play. So you are going to be given them to print, and you'll be able to use them like that. It's a little awkward. I would have liked them to have been in the card pack. I don't think they are going to be in the card pack. I don't know why everything I'm saying right now is a question. These sets look to be less valuable to be... Yeah, you wouldn't want to buy multiple of them because you'd exceed your standard list. You'd exceed your, like, the values. The only one that I think you would maybe consider would be even this one. Like, there's no reason to have 6 ARC Troopers. So it doesn't make any sense. There's no reason to have 4 speeder bikes. There is a reason to have 2 ATSTs and 6 snow troopers. You could make a case for it, but I don't know why you would. There's definitely no reason to have 8 rebel veterans. It's literally you buy these once and you're buying them. You'd be better than buying the individual things that you want, right? I think. I don't think you'd be buying them and being like, yeah, I'm going to keep these forever. I'm going to buy another one. A little awkward. Oh, you know, this is not an ARC channel. The terrain channel was an ARC channel, right? But this isn't an ARC channel. This is just straight up. This is just straight up Star Wars Legion channel. Well, unless you want to play a 1,600 point game. Venkel says RPG. I'm not a role player. What do you take me for? I'm not ain't no role playing anything here, mate. So yeah, we'll rack up the points. How much is Chewie? Chewbacca. But I'll do this. As I said, I'll do it off stream. But I'm just sort of curious. Let's just do the rebels. We'll just do rebels just to see how much it is. We'll just do the rebel one on stream, right? I'm sorry that this is going to be so fascinatingly interesting. It's me adding stuff to a spreadsheet. Like, as I said, I know it's not that interesting. Just bear with. RPG rocket-propelled Grievous. Jesus Christ. This one, like, look at that. You can see the value on this one's already, like, quite high. FD laser? Oh, apparently I need a bit more letters than that. And anybody call it the 1.4? Yeah, mate, I just play with the 1.4. How much is this? It's 25. And then R2D2. R2D2. What's he called? And okay, C3PO. I don't know what the expansion for this one's called. It's Battle. Oh, it's the one with the bloody. It's the one with the terrain. What was it called? Legion expansion. I can't remember what it was called. Down Forces or something. Oh my god, it was called. What was it called? Legion. I can't remember what it was called. Anybody remember what that upgrade pack was called? The one that had C3PO in it and thingy. It's not, it's like the terrain. It's the one with the downed shape. Crash pod downed. There you go. That's downed. There we go. No, wait. Escape pod. Drop pod? Escape. Escape? Pod? Crashed escape pod battlefield expansion. Guys, it's obvious. It's the Star Wars Legion : Legion dash crashed escape pod battlefield expansion. God, why? Watership down. Do they have Watership down? Watership. I thought they may have had the license. I gave it a try. So this one's a bit expensive. Like honestly, when you consider this, it makes the Rebel one even better, because the only way of getting this stuff is $45. Like, if I didn't have... See, I have... What do I have? I have that and that. And then the rest of it I don't have. But the rest that I don't have is still $200. Whoa. Whoa. If I want Rebel Veterans and Tauntauns, then it's still worth me buying that. That's crazy. Let's put a total on here. Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay, $310 is how much I calculate that would be, as in comparison to the value it actually tells us, which is $150. So 150 for a grand saving of. I shouldn't really do. Bloody hell! You save $160. Yeah, that's good. It's like finding Nemo. Escape! Price on that is tricky, as at least half the cost is the escape. Yeah, exactly. That's true. But it's the only way to get them. You can't buy them without the escape pod. So that is the value. Unlike Vader, Vader's a bit more questionable, right? Because Vader's in the core set. The ones that are in the core set, like, Grievous, we can't assign the full $120 to him, can we? Like, that's the weird one. The Rebel box is best value in my opinion. No core box units. Seps are technically $5 better, but that's implying that people buy B1s and droid. Yeah, exactly. No, ain't nobody want them yet. Well, you do want some B1s, but yeah, I agree with you. Like, I mean, the Rebel one just seems insanely good value. Like, literally for the people, like, for me, I don't have those, and that's still $200 if my maths is correct. And I'm not using the maths. I'm just using the thing where it totals it up off screen and pretending that it's my maths. Dollar bill, y'all. You can buy them 3D printed, but then then you have to download the card. You have to print the cards off. Then you go to a tournament, and then you start feeling guilty about, oh, what if I don't have the right stuff? What if they catch me on the fact that I've 3D printed this R2D2? Like, you know what I'm saying. Well, maybe you don't know what I'm saying, but you should know what I'm saying, because I'm right. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, I might do a video or something at some point where I actually calculate this. Well, I might not, because I'm lazy, but, yeah, it's fascinating to see, and support the game. So, yeah. Okay, let's do a quick little TLDR, right? Of where I've been and what happened and stuff. Are you though? So I made a terrain channel, which was quite... Here, shall I show you? Shall we go through the history of J? Yeah, let's go through the history of J. This is so interesting. So I made a terrain channel called Terrain Made Easy. Brilliant channel, highly recommend it, but I'm not making content for it anymore at the minute. Oh, I don't have dark mode turned on. Either way, I made this channel, which, you know, did quite well. I did some decent stuff on it. I made terrain. However, I don't really like the hobby. I don't like making terrain. I don't like painting. I like playing the game. I just like playing the games. So I said to my wife today that this was probably the worst mistake that I've made, purely because I just have a shed ton of stuff in the house. But I enjoyed my time. But yeah, I did some really good stuff on it. I don't mean to big myself up, but it was just a lot of effort, right? And but now I realised I'm just interested in the game. So I'm back from outer space. Don't turn around now, because you're not welcome anymore, right? So I'm back. You know my history. I'd prefer not paying for cardboard that gets replaced every couple of months. To be fair, they don't replace that much cardboard in Star Wars Legion, but I don't necessarily have a problem with that as a theory. And then I made this channel. Because I'm coming back, I'm interested in Star Wars Legion, hence why I'm talking about it right now. But I'm also interested in a little quiet game that you may not have heard of called Warhammer the Old World. Terrain building is a good way to crowd your closet. Oh my god, you do not. Like, my loft is insane. My whole house was filled with like terrain stuff. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is go and subscribe to the, I've messed up one of the links, but go and subscribe. Why is that just not? Why is that blank? Anyway, go and subscribe to this channel. This channel. I'm going to talk about Games Workshop. If you don't like people being negative about Games Workshop, probably best not to check out this channel. Games Workshop, I have a love and a hate relationship with them. Pretty much hate the majority of what they do, but I really, really like Warhammer Fantasy, so I'm very excited about Warhammer the Old World. But obviously Warhammer the Old World ain't out for a while, so that's what that channel's going to be. It's going to be all about Warhammer the Old World. That's me on my wedding day. I'm on a boat, literally in that picture. I'm on a boat. So go check out Always Strikes Back. The name is from the rules. I didn't want to call it Always Strikes First. I didn't want to call it Always Strikes Last. So I said Always Strikes Back. That's the name of that channel. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be talking about. Oh, what a great video. Look at the quality of that video. Oh, it's beautiful. It's all Games Workshop stuff, if I'm honest. So I just sort of stole what they were doing. But yeah, go and do that. Anyway, I mean, this has been quite a nice welcome return to this channel. I really appreciate. Shut up, Steve. Shut up. Can I delete Steve? No, Steve. We're just sticking with the one thing. We're gonna have Steve. Shut. No, we're simplifying. Steve calling me out here. So I can't believe you do this for me, Steve. The terrain group is staying because loads of people who don't even know the YouTube channel are in that. I'm not going to have a Facebook group for my own little stuff, so it's just one Facebook group, Steve. So stop calling me out on it, Steve. Steve. How do I ban him? Honestly, unbelievable. We've got one Twitch channel. That's just J Oddity. That one Twitch channel. One Twitter. No. I'm not doing one channel because I think I like Star Wars Legion and I don't want to slag off Games Workshop on this channel. I just want to talk about Star Wars Legion. Keep it like that. It's the game I'm playing. I'm happy about it. I've got the other channel. That's going to be like slagging off Games Workshop. Slagging off Games Workshop. That's like the tagline of the channel. Slagging off Games Workshop. But you know what I mean. I'm excited about the old world. Stop lying because I'm not lying. You're gonna son of a gun. You can check most of the descriptions. I am gonna have 2 Discords though because I've got one for video games. But let's not talk about that right now. When it comes to wargaming, it's very simple. We have guys. How do I ban you people? Honestly, I swear to God. Anyway, end the stream. Okay, you're right. I made too many YouTube channels and I've made too many mistakes in my life. You're right. Is that what you want to hear? You're right. And I hate you. Anyway, all you need to know is the terrain channel I'm not planning on making anything on. I probably will when I make any terrain for Star Wars Legion or something. But I'm just not planning it, if that makes sense. I'm not going to stress about it. Star Wars Legion, I'm going to just talk about Star Wars Legion. We're already here. We're already talking about Star Wars Legion. We already like Star Wars Legion. I got 30 people watching me rabble on about Star Wars Legion. I'll have 60. True. I'm planning them already. Getting into Legion was one of those mistakes. That was one mistake. I'll tell you what was a mistake. Getting into like Kill Team and trying to get into 40k, that was a mistake. And trying to get into fantasy, that was a mistake. Sorry, Age of Sigmar, that was a mistake. What I'm doing now, I don't think so. Anyway, very simple. Star Wars Legion, Games Workshop / The Old World. 2 channels. If you're interested, go and follow it. If you're not, then don't. And I'm okay if you don't. It's fine. I love you anyway. It's all good. People can't follow all these groups, dude. You can make more money by having... You're probably right, Steve. But that's just not the way I'm doing it. Look, if you want to talk to me off stream, come and call me on Discord. I'll explain. But basically, it just boils down to... I didn't want to get an... Basically, imagine if I started slagging off Games Workshop on the Star Wars Legion channel. Everybody would be like, why are you talking about Games Workshop if you don't even like them? Like, I can't be bothered with the feedback, basically, that's negative. I'd rather everybody get what they want. It's not really about multiple channels. It's about everybody getting what they want. I'm not monetized on this channel or any channel apart from my one MMO channel, which I'm not making that much money on. Oh, the terrain shot. Oh man, that was an. Even I forgot about that one, Steve. Jesus Christ, Steve, you're really pulling that one out. Don't slag them off. Then I'm gonna be critical, but I know I'm being a little bit aggressive, but I'm not actually gonna just slag them off. It's gonna be quite fair. You can watch my first video and tell me if I'm fair or not. Like honestly, I'm open to the feedback. I'm sure you would love to like... I would love to like Games Workshop. That's sort of like... That's a better way of putting it. I would love to love Games Workshop. But the amount of things that they do sort of like frustrate me a little bit. And, but yeah. Honestly, the Shorts channel was a good idea, but I couldn't be asked making terrain. I definitely couldn't be asked making a Shorts channel. So... yeah, I think Digimortal is sort of like in my wheelhouse there. I'm very excited for the Old World. I'm like really, really excited for the Old World. I think Games Workshop makes some incredible miniatures. They do a lot of good things. They also do some things that really frustrate me. And like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, Steve, you're very much right. I've made too many YouTube decisions, if that makes sense. Yeah, Games Workshop is the EA of wargaming. You banned me from chat because you started talking politics. Wait, I've never actually banned you, Steve, have I? I don't think I've actually banned you. But I do get political. True, I do get political. If anybody's worried about politics, you're in the wrong place. I will tell you my political views. I'm very, very left-wing. No word on the Shadow Collective cost breakdown. No, I don't think we've seen that. We've not seen that. It's not on the store yet. So, not yet. One day, Steve, I will buy. But if you keep mentioning how many YouTube channels you'll be out the door. And then when I see you in person, I'll probably run away from you because I'll be scared. I'm a very weak beta man. There you go. Anyway, I'm off. Thank you. Honestly, I can't believe how many people have actually turned up today and stuff like that. If you're interested in Star Wars Legion, which the majority of you guys are, stay on this channel. That's all you're going to get. It's all I'm going to give you. I want to please you in many ways. Not just one, but I'll please you with just Star Wars Legion if that's what you want. If you're interested in me and you want to talk about other wargaming and not hobby related stuff, I'm not going to build terrain on it. It's literally just going to be me talking. It's going to be a talking head video because quite frankly, that's what I sort of do best. And I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I've been talking to like friends and stuff like that. And really, when I look at my history, I'm best at, and as I said, I'm not saying I'm good, at just getting in the camera, talking absolute nonsense, and people being okay with that. So that's what I'm doing. The terrain channel, as I said, was probably the biggest mistake, but not really, because I'm happy that I tried it. It just didn't go the way that I wanted it to, if that makes sense. Hi, Patrick, as well, by the way. So, it's your call. It is. There's no pressure. If you're sick and tired of me making channels, then just don't watch. It's fine. You're free. It would just be deleting multiple rather than getting one. J Nation. That's what I should have called it. Have a beautiful day, folks. Have a most beautiful day. Thank you. Honestly, thank you so much for watching today. It really does. I'm really, really happy with it. Like, I didn't expect so many of you to be turning up. I expected to be talking to just like one person and then Steve coming in late. But Andrew, you're just at the wrong time. You love your channel. Thank you so much. Well, don't worry. I'm making more. Hey, Andrew, if you've not seen, just check out this new YouTube channel. Anyway, you've caught the end of the stream. I'm off. Thank you so much for watching again. I do really appreciate it. The streams will be intermittent. You'll just get them when you're getting them. I'm not going to plan out a stream schedule. You're just going to get them when I can be asked. Like, that is what it is. I'm going to leave this one up, and I don't normally do, because I actually want to get monetized on this channel at some point, because that ad revenue would be good. But I'm not monetized because I didn't make any videos, so they demonetized me. Hey, what you do? Oh, do the 5. I thought you were telling me to stop, Ellis. Just wait for his new Orc channel. Oh, that's a beautiful idea. Anyway, I really, truly am off. Have a beautiful day, guys. Goodbye. I love you all. Have a nice evening. Ellis, tell me when there's the next Star Wars Legion tournament. You can come and beat me there. I mean, at the game, not just my arse or anything like that. I mean, if you want to beat that, I'll just ask Katie if she'll let me. I'm sure she won't mind. She won't mind. Lovely woman. Lovely woman. It's a shame. One day we might get Willow on stream, but not just yet. Maybe if I do an afternoon stream. She's well cute. Anyway, honestly, have the most beautiful day, guys. I really, really appreciate it. I'm just absolutely chatting nonsense. Goodbye. Love you all. Goodbye. I just do this while I try and find the button.